What's up, Pick Central? Hey,
Look at the fellas.
Yeah.
Look at the fellas.
ND boys.
North Dakota. Look at that.
is that a 2-bedroom room?
No.
Oh, please tell me you're in the
Phil
same
sit
room.
on the bed?
Please tell me you're in the same room.
Yeah,
too.
Phil sit on the bed. I'm on like
Jesus.
the desk and like that. There's a little
All right,
desk thing.
let's get down to business. Pick6 Central brought to you by DraftKings. NBA fans, listen up. You've got to try Pick6, the newest real money fantasy app from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. Getting started is simple. Select if a player will have more or less of a stat. For example, will a player have more than 1 rebound, or will a player have less than 3.5 assists? We're going to go through Ev's picks today. The first of the contest. I would imagine he's hopefully heavy on the Knicks. Pick your favorite players and compete for huge cash prizes. Download the new DraftKings Pick6 app now and get started with code PickCentral. New customers can get up to $200 back in Pick6 credits if your first pick set loses. Only on Pick6 from DraftKings with code PickCentral. The crown is yours. So, yeah, I saw it's not that bad. You got some blackjack tables out there? What's going on?
It's a wild place out here. When we landed in Fargo and drove to Jamestown, I don't think we saw civilization for about at least 60 miles or so. A lot of tractor depots,
A lot of grass.
a lot of
That
dirt,
fucking beautiful.
a lot of boot barns.
What's a boot barn?
Just like big ass warehouse where you can buy boots. They love boots out here.
Oh,
Big
all right.
boots.
You need a good pair of boots.
Boots are good.
They love
Boot
boots.
barn?
I didn't go. I guess we got Tim's out here. Maybe they're cheaper.
You know what they
what else
have
they
though,
got?
Ev. They got Pick6 out
They
there.
do have Pick6
They got
out
the
there.
Pick6. Listen, they got Listen, I was blown away that you go there. The dive bars here, they just got blackjack tables.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I think Phil was. You don't have to give any brands, any shout outs. We want to make sure. But Phil was very excited at the prices.
Well, yeah. Phil thought we talked after we went to the bar, and so literally just so I could play blackjack basically. And Phil orders a beer, and he thought just a beer in North Dakota would cost $13.
What is he at the Met game?
He's never left the confines of New York City.
See, that's
Oh no,
where-
that's also he hasn't just left like City Fields. Like there's nowhere else is it really $13.
He
hasn't left Queens.
He ordered a single, like a 12-ounce bottled beer, and he's like, I see. He like finished. I'm like, he's like, yeah. I give her a 20. She was like, oh, you only need like 5 is good. He was oh, I thought it'd be. He was like, beers in Manhattan are like $17. I'm like, what did you think it'd be in North Dakota? He's like, 13.
I'll be honest.
I was
It
like-
was what, $3-4? I still think that was high for North Dakota.
yeah.
It's still, yeah, I agree.
She could have fleeced you, Phil.
Pretty much, yeah. And yeah, I know. I was like, I go and sit down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, Phil, like, yeah, just get like a little, try to get. You're not supposed to like obviously film it like blackjack table and stuff, but it's the Wild West. Like, there's no like pit boss. Like, there's no like, it's literally 25 a hand is the max, and it's like 4 decks. It's like literally like 2 guys just like shuffling, but it's like a legal operation. Like, it's not like it's like
Is it
some,
like the bartender back there? Like they switch on and
It's
off?
not the bartender, but there's 2 guys. They're like in each shoe. They're like doing the paperwork on like the chips and all that. Like there is like some decorum to it. Like it's not.
When
just
they-
some, like, backroom
When they
operation.
change the shoe, the guy also goes up and gets a bucket of ice. To reload.
Yeah, how much you tipping him? You tipping him more because of that?
I took out 200. I lost it. So there's no tip. If I won, I would have tipped him. If I won, I absolutely would have
Oh,
tipped him.
you
lost
tipped
it.
him. You gave him 200.
Yeah.
They took $200. Got a black, and I hit the ATM, so they hit me on the ATM fee too. But also, I'd say traveling with Phil out of his element. It's kind of like bringing like a sheepish dog out of its element. Like it's kind of like everywhere you walk. Like I walk, like I'm a big walk in the back guy because I want to be able to like see everybody, kind of like that. But with Phil, like you have to walk in the front because like he's like there, or not even side to side. You have to like lead him. Like it's kind of like if you're walking your dog, he's like not sure if he wants to enter. You got to give him a little tug in the leash. Like it's all right now. Like come on. Like we walk into the place to get dinner, I opened the door to like, and like, hey, like, go ahead, Phil. And he's like, no, like, you go. He's like, well,
That's what I do
make
at
sure it's
family
all right.
parties when I don't want to walk in first sometimes. Maybe like if I don't want to see my aunt or something.
Food's pretty good. North Dakota, not bad pizza. The place we had, I
Oh
gave
my-
it a 7.8.
You guys got
Wow. Phil, Ev, what do people think of Phil there? Are people like excited to see him, or what's kind of the reaction been to Phil?
I mean, we definitely stand out. Like we walked in, we purposely went to like a local place. And like I said, we're not in Fargo, we're not in like Grand Forks, like we're in a town where the population is 15,000.
And that's probably like overselling it.
And that's probably far. I'm sure this is like a wide range of cover. So we walk in, sit down there, and we're the only people that clearly like are just not from there.
Right.
And yeah, so they're immediately. So I asked him, I'm like, yeah, I tell him like, yeah, like where? I hear they got blackjack tables here. He's like, yeah, literally. He goes, oh yeah, literally right down the street. It was on the same block.
That must have been
It
the
was on
greatest.
same block. So shout out corner bar, great establishment.
They were playing rap music too.
Oh, blasting. They get in with me. You know this. I think Boston's out of his realm, but the song that like the NC State walked out to.
Okay.
Just don't sing it.
I'm not
Is a
gonna
bad
hit
month.
it.
How's your fancy North Dakotan hotel that has a water park?
Listen, there's no one in the water park. We could go in there and have free reign.
If Phil
As you
does, if
should.
I don't see, Phil
Wait,
go
it's a
down
water
there,
park?
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was just.
I mean,
a pool.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
water
no,
park.
there's
but
bunch of
two like
slides.
Bernie Brewer slides.
If
Wow.
there's two big slides. There's
Phil,
like
am
a
I
big
going to see you
pool,
go
there's
down it?
Smaller pool. Phil brought his bathing suit.
Oh.
Phil doesn't go down it, I'll actually be upset.
I
Phil, you
clicked
brought
it
your
as
I was
an
just
image.
pissed.
If you idiots
I had
don't
my
race
bathing
down
suit
this thing,
Yeah,
this is a dream.
it's so fun.
Does it have a hot tub too?
I'm not sure if it's a hot tub, but there's definitely like a smaller pool. It might be.
If
That's a
I don't
dream.
see a video of you two going down it later, I'm gonna be upset.
I need
Yeah.
to get short. I literally had my swim shorts out, and I just totally forgot to put them in my bag like
There's
last
no one
second.
there. Skinny dip.
I mean, if nobody's in there,
You and Phil.
Go in your drawers.
No, that's what I was debating. I might be able to get away with like a quick. The slide. I'll get in the pool. The slide. I know. There's not water running down that thing. I don't know. I want to get stuck. I don't know what's going on with that.
All right. Well,
That's a hazard.
Phil's got to go down it.
Phil will go down the slide.
Ev, you splash the slide for him so it gets a little looped
Yeah,
up,
yeah, I get
and
it.
then
You're right.
then he can go down.
Yep.
But Ev,
Yeah, I'll get in there and give a little.
You're the first one to use the Pick6 app, so explain it to us.
Listen.
Oh, real
there,
quick.
yeah,
This
here's the pool. Here's the pool at the hotel.
this
this is elite.
awesome.
So very,
And granted, this is
very
cool,
nice
this
pool.
is
And
Look
no
at this.
water running though.
That's at like
Honestly,
6 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Look at
You
that.
might have
Nobody in
to-
there.
you might have to ask the hotel to turn it on.
Yeah, they might.
And it's
So, I
such
mean-
a fucking funny visual of like grown men.
No one
Hello,
there.
can you please turn on the slides?
I need you guys to fucking do that.
I used to bartend this event, like a charity thing, and every year the same kids would come up. You have Shirley Temples? And I'd be like, for the last 6 years, buddy, we haven't had Shirley Temples. That's what I imagine, like Phil walking up. Can you turn on the slides, please? It's just them coasting down. But you know what? As a 36-year-old male, I'd tell him turn on the
Oh,
slides.
I'd be on that slide tonight.
immediately.
No,
Right before game
Meek
6.
Meek is gonna be on the slide. I'll
I've
be in
told
the
this
pool
story.
for
My
sure.
college coach one time took the entire team during training camp. They scheduled in an extra day and took them to water country, water park. They said kids they got off the buses and went berserk, like all the slides, and then guys just started passing out on the lazy river or like by just chairs. They were just out for
Yeah.
the day. And every day when we would come in, he'd be like, "Guys, today's the day, water country." Like the older kid who
Electric.
went, we were there. We weren't there when they went, so he was like, "Water country." I'm telling you, it was like an urban legend.
I had season passes to Splish Splash. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us about this. Have you been the ins and outs of Pick6 or what?
Yeah, I mean it's very simple. Like you open up the homepage, it's right there. That's the NBA. They got like you can do it today. Today you can do NBA, you can do MLB. They got golf that starts today as well, so you can do golf.
Love
Oh, the
that.
golfers right there. I think I'm going basketball. I was debating baseball. There's more options just because there's more games today, so there's more like players that's using baseball. But we're going basketball.
And for our contest, we're doing we're doing the full Pick6.
Yeah, we're doing 6. I was Pick6. We're gonna do 6 picks.
Okay.
But it's really simple. Like you open it up and it's literally right there. You got all the players right here. Like you just slide through. All they got, like for example, like a Jalen Brunson over 33 more or less 33.5 points. Embiid, more or less 30.5 points. Like Halliburton, more or less 18.5 points.
Can you do rebounds and stuff too, or no?
Yeah. They got it. Like, so, for example, like USA, they got like the assists here, like all Jalen
right.
Brunson, more or less
Nice.
7.5. Josh Hart, more or less 4.5. I know the one I like, they got rebounds. So I'm definitely going to be one of mine is OG over 5.5 or more than 5.5 rebounds. OG's been crashing the glass like a monster. But
like that.
it's really super easy. Like you literally just pick up the 2 to 6. You just slide through, pick the ones you want, put them in your here. Like I'll do if you just like kind of like.
I like the pictures on there. I like having their like it's not
Yes.
just a name.
It is
It's-
nice.
It's just nice to aesthetically
You
pleasing.
can see if they're ready to play.
Yes, exactly.
Like for example, here I'll just highlight do more than 1.5 OG threes, more than a half Halliburton blocks. So we'll do Brunson more than 44.5 points, assists, and rebound, just for like a little, and then you review them, and it's just like this. So this is like you're basically like kind of like your slip,
Got it.
and then it just shows you. So basically how it works is you just do your entry fee, and then it's based on like how many you get correct, and the it has like the estimated like prize range. So like for example, like 3, like on a $10, like the average if you go 3 for 3, you're gonna more than the 4x, like 4x plus of the average. Like say you did $10 for example, just to make it simple. Like the average if you get 3 out of 3, that's $43.
Okay,
All right.
that's great.
And then it ranges based on, for example, so but if you do like 6, like if you do 6 options, so I'll just add a couple more. Just I'll add Deuce over 30, more than 13.5 points, 6 rebounds, and DiVincenzo 17.5 points. So when you do those, so for the 5 legs and 5 and 6, if you get, you still win if you get 4. Like if you get 4 out of 5
Oh,
or
I love that.
5 out of 6, like you can still win.
Well, insurance.
But obviously, if you get 5 out of 5, you win bigger. Like for example, like 5 out of 5 on a 10, like the average payout's $112.
Oh, all
But
right.
it can be up to like 200. So depending on like how other people do and stuff, like depending on how the prize pool is.
Is there a contests on there too? Like you can go against other people, or no? Is it just kind of straight?
It's technically it's like all really going against other people because it's all just prize range based on like
how many people? Put
like
it
it's
in?
based on how other people do.
Got it.
Like it's the best one how like basically how like the night goes. Like I think that's how the estimated like prize range works.
It's honestly,
But it's super easy.
it's a more
I'm a
like
big
it's a
fan.
fun way to just like if you're just taking normal like taking the Sixers tonight
Yeah.
or something, and it's just like you move it on to this. It's like, oh, I got this over here, and I can have that now. It's a nice little change of pace of the.
Seems perfect for the NBA playoffs too, because if you're already watching the game, now you have another thing to kind of keep your interest.
I love watching players during a game.
That's what I mean.
Instead of the teams.
You could have your team. You could have your team bad, but then you can also like
It's also
have
more
your pick
fun
6
to
stuff.
get mad at a guy when when he's not hitting for you. It's a little like DiVincenzo when he can't shoot for the past 5 games, but like when I bet him, it's very fun to yell at him.
Well, Hartenstein's points when he gets 6 and 8 in the first quarter and then just disappears. The
Never
rest of the
shoots
way.
again. Yeah.
Literally, they just pull him. It's crazy, but
Also, too, we got hockey as well. I'm going to show you
Okay.
got hockey as
Oh.
well in here.
Love that.
Obviously, not UFC till Saturday, but UFC, like when closer to the actual fights, like you got UFC options there as well.
UFC options kind of sick.
Because I know what UFC you can do, like more or less, I think like takedowns and like significant strikes and all like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
But it's really super easy. Like I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it'd be more, it's really just very simple. Like I said, you just go right to the app and it literally just opens straight to the homepage. Is literally just all the options of picks and just different legs and different sports and stuff. So
have you decided what you're cooking up for today?
yeah, I got a few that I think I'm definitely like OG more than 5.5 rebounds. I think it's definitely going to be a thing. I think Brunson over 2.5 threes. I think it's going to more than 2.5 threes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a thing.
I'm excited to root against Ev's picks tonight.
Yeah, because we all don't want to.
Yeah, but it's a hard spot because I will be rooting for the Knicks.
Oh, not all of us.
Don't give it all because you're gonna show other people what you're doing, right?
You know, I'm gonna tweet it out with like,
All right.
the actual
Yeah,
the
okay.
official.
We gotta show him.
I would tweet
He's
out.
going to a special place today. I thought.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Very special. Is that still happening? Or no.
Oh yeah, no, we're going even though it is
Where are they going?
raining outside.
All right.
How far away from the hotel is that?
Yeah, like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. No.
Oh,
I thought everything. I
there's
thought
only
everything
the-
was just spaced out like 50 miles.
Go. Ask
I mean,
a
we're in
hotel
a
for
small
an
town.
umbrella, so Phil has to hold it over you or you can go under it. The thing.
I don't think there's room under there. I guess there's got to be some room. It's big. Pause. But I think we're gonna go there right after the show.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see it. You guys are already. I'm loving the updates that you guys have been giving us.
I do
think you
too.
guys are killing
It's
it.
like it's fun. It's like I feel like I'm on the trip with you guys.
It's genuinely funny to watch because when I saw that blackjack table that you tweeted out, and I could just imagine the smile on your face.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
I mean,
I'm
just when I got the
I'm in
biz-
home.
Probably got offered a heater.
Yeah.
I wish they did. They did. It was funny just walking around like played with a couple of locals that were fresh off the job, dirt on their hands, just salted the earth people.
Yep.
It's funny. Like it's funny just going to like being like from New York, going to the Midwest. Like where you sit at the table and the guy's like, "Hey, like immediately like shit asks like what my name is, like shakes my hand like." In New York, never. A bunch of Phils walking around. They wouldn't give you the time of day.
What's the plans for tonight? What do you boys have? Obviously watching the game, but do you know where you're watching it? What's going on tonight?
I'm not. So I gotta do after we do the video. After this, I gotta come back. I gotta record Spinning Backfist here. Big pay-per-view this weekend, and then not sure. I think I have to do a few other things. Then probably either watch here or go find a bar. Like I said, we went to the place to eat dinner. Only women's sports on. Women's women's double pickleball match.
So no Celtics Heat was
that's
on.
all done.
Women's doubles pickleball match. The Brodsky sisters they lost the first set, but they brought it home. Big win for them. And then women's professional hockey. They're big hockey people out here.
Wow.
We're not a big geography guy, as people that watch the show may know. We're very close to Minnesota. Didn't really know that. Didn't know how close we were to Minnesota.
Okay.
Twins country, Vikings country.
Big Vikings fans out here.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, really? And twins too,
sense.
huh? All right.
They love hockey out here. Like I said, women's professional hockey was just on the TV, and we had people taking in these. They were loving it. People were loving it.
No Celtics game.
Wasn't much of a game.
Not at the. Not at we went when we went to the bar with Blackjack. They had that on, but even them, like they were more focused on what was it? Knights Avalanche, was it? Or no, who were the Knights playing?
It was the
Stars.
game.
Stars Knights. They were Stars Knights where they were watching.
Oh, Stars, baby.
The one blackjack dealer was wearing like all Knights gear. It was a big Knights.
I love that. Wait, Ev, do you have your pick six? If we could put it on the show, do you have it for right now?
I have, like I said, I'm putting out like the actual lineup, my like lineup. So you guys are trying to get me to submit early, so I'm just willy nilly this thing, so I lose.
I think that's what they want.
People
I think the call came in from the bullpen, and they were like, "Hey, yeah."
The manager wants
The skipper is saying, "Release it. You're called in."
I was I have one that I made.
All right.
Just for like starters.
If you don't have it, it's fine. But I think just going forward, we should probably get you guys.
Do
just
your
get it on the
six
show.
for now, and then I'm
have
allowing.
one that
Yeah,
I
you can
made,
change
so
it.
I have one that I made that's right here.
Well, is that the
All
one?
right.
Well, is that the one that's official?
This is not the one that's official, but I made another. I made one just so I could see it.
Can you read off the one that's not official? I think that would be interesting.
That's fine.
Can you read off?
So I did more. Halliburton more than 32.5 points, assists, rebounds. I did Brunson more than 2.5 threes. I did Josh Hart more than 11.5 rebounds. I did OG more than 5.5 rebounds.
Okay.
I did Deuce McBride more than Miles McBride, government name, more than 13.5 points, assists, rebounds, and DiVincenzo less than 17.5 points, assists, rebounds. Because it's been a Deuce series over DiVincenzo, so that was where I
Wait,
went with
what was
on
DiVincenzo's
NBA.
number?
17.5, less than 7.5 points.
That's a fantastic pick.
I got to say, I don't see a lot of Sixers on there, and I think the Sixers are going to win this game tonight. So.
Oh, I think the Sixers blow them out tonight.
So you must.
Well, if I'm also going on just like my math brain, that it's a low total.
It's also honestly
try-
not fair. It sucks for Ev because his favorite team is playing tonight, so it's hard to go against. But real quick, because we were talking yesterday, and we didn't. You two, the Knicks fans that were here, and also Phil calling kind of rolled over. We're like, it's
series is over.
I was like 5
here
minutes away from boarding. You want to pull an Alvin Smith in the fucking airport?
Yes.
Yes.
If you were a true fan, yes.
All right, so explain it now, Phil.
The only
Explain it now,
funnier
Phil.
thing yesterday than Meek freaking out in the airport is if Meek or Meek watching the Knicks game in North Dakota is if he couldn't board the flight because he freaked out in like LaGuardia.
All right, tell us now, Phil. What's going on?
Well, Smitty, you saw who's roughing the game tonight?
The extender, Scott Foster.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
congrats on the win.
Exactly.
Oh,
Saturday night.
Meek. Oh, sad statement, Meek.
That's terrible.
Might have more confidence in your
Packing it
team.
in.
Well, no, I mean,
Rico said it's
I said I don't have a good
7.
feeling.
He said it's going
Yeah,
7.
I would imagine it's going 7.
Oh,
This
the
team
extender made the
fights
call.
and this team pushes and answers the call and answers the bell when it's usually their time. But I just think I don't know, after that crippling loss, I think it's you look at how these two teams have played, they've been separated by a fucking inch. It's destined to go 7.
Ev?
I was just truly distraught. Like it hit me. Like I sat there on the stream for like 10 minutes after it ended.
Crazy.
Like, I just didn't move. Like I just sat there in my chair, just like I just couldn't believe what happened.
The cameras go off. I'm running to like catch a train at like 10:15 p.m. Everybody's dispersed. There's nobody in the stream room, and everything is not live. I'm just sitting there, like for the love of the game.
Yeah, that reminds me of when Carl that one time after a Bears loss was like talking and they faded in the whole. He was just doing like it was like, well, if we did this, and they just faded out. Like it was 10 minutes of that. That's what it reminded me of. Ev was just sitting there in his pain.
I just was in shock. Like truly, that was one of the more shocking. Like probably I'd say one of the more shocking losses I've ever felt as a fan.
How mad were you at
Obviously,
Rico?
I understand it's round 1 and all that. It was just game 5, but like to literally like the series was over. It was over.
It's over.
And we just gave them like 3 lifelines in a row, and then even after that, take a 5-point lead to start overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Like
what we
immediately
were.
come out of the like get like have the craziest thing that can happen to you happen. Go to OT and then like immediately come out like bang bang up 5 in 2 seconds, and then just shit your pants.
Well, that's what happens when you're gutless.
Were you mad when he said gutless?
Absolutely. I think the first I spoke after I didn't speak for like 5 minutes. And then Rico said something to me, and I was like, I can't believe you called him gutless.
There was a lot that went wrong on the court as well. Right now, I feel like Spike Lee when he intimidated Reggie Miller, and now he's got to go fight for his life to win this series. If they don't win this series, I'm part of the problem. I'm on the tree.
Listen,
The tree
you
of
could have
blame.
called him. You could have called Embiid gutless.
Yep.
You could have called anybody else gutless. Maybe not the guy with 47 points.
Yeah, well, he didn't have 47 when I
Called
said
him
it. But
Yeah, he had almost 40.
yeah,
He was gutless then, though.
he was.
He missed a free throw. He missed a free throw.
And
then-
just the
because
way
so many things is
Jetsky
from-
said it
I mean-
yesterday. Jetsky's like, you have an ability to tell the future, but it's never good.
It was maybe one of the funniest things he's ever said.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then to say, like, the whole thing, I'm like, he doesn't want the moment. Like, that's a moment that they're going to show fucking for 10 years.
You ever think about pulling a George Costanza and just doing the opposite?
No.
Look at
Yeah,
your.
It
I am
doesn't
who
work
I
like
am.
that.
I am who I am.
Is there any part of you at this point where like when you said like Maxi's gutless, you like sit down and you're like, fuck, like he's gonna now hit like a game winner?
No, I didn't at all.
So you
really.
haven't learned anything. That's good to know. Yeah. Just want to know if you like learned from
I
mistakes.
did not think they were losing that game at any
He's
at any.
he's
at
Popeye.
a
He
lot
is
of
what he is. I am what I am.
Bride hits the shot. They're playing, taking care of business. I'm sure in the arena. Or I don't know.
Oh, they were apparently pumping out the Knicks victory song.
Oh no!
I also got one more question for you. Were you the type of kid growing up where you were like, I think I nailed that test, and then you failed?
I
think we all were.
No, that was more like high school, when like you were kind of checked out. And your parents would be like, "How'd you do?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did all right. I think I did okay." And then you knew you bombed. So like, no.
Or like you
Growing
said,
up-
like you
growing
did
up, I was-
bad and then you did good?
Yeah, no. Growing up, I was a good student. So I had a fair shake on what was going on.
Nothing else. It's better than a nerd. But hey, listen.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. Like fucking nerd.
Nerds, you good in school. So yeah, you guys are fine. So there's no real.
Well, no.
Why you guys doing
You guys,
streaming tonight,
you guys aren't fucked. I mean, you guys are just blessed that the actual Knicks team is full of talented warriors, and the fan base,
bunch of
you
idiots.
guys are idiot labias.
Well, that's not true. I mean, I mean, Philly, you can't even pack out your own arena. It's on us. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. Let's have the owner of the Knicks. Well, maybe not the Garden, but let's have every owner just put 20% of the season tickets out there for everybody to buy before the season. Just sell it on Ticketmaster and make people go there.
But I think Knicks fans would have bought it, though. That's the thing. Is like I don't think.
Yeah, no, Knicks fans probably could.
They would. They're
Could
more
buy it and
affluent.
afford it. Yeah, but the bar back in South Philly with 3 kids, a little tough.
That's not.
You're such a piece of shit. Like you're saying the
but
one
I mean,
person.
you're saying, the bar back in New York can't buy them either.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there are way more Wall Street people in New York that can fill that stadium than there are in Philly.
That's
Well,
true.
that's 'cause-
there's more money in New York. That's
Exactly.
true, for
And
sure.
you guys, and that would
There's
be
more people.
And there's way more Wall Street people to drive an hour and a half and fill Philly than there is in Philly.
plus you guys don't have a Wall
Come on, what is that arena seat? Like 18,000? You can't find 18,000 people with a little bit extra money in Philadelphia to go to these games. Come on, stop.
That's just
It's a
a
dirtbag.
stupid comment.
How is it?
But there's no.
It's
But
a dirtbag city. It's a dirtbag city.
there's no-
You're not talking about a flat fee of $100 to go to a playoff game and you just sit there. You're talking about $1,000 night for 18,000 people.
Smitty, who else is left in these NBA playoffs? They're not having the same situation happen. Like, I mean, I don't think Minnesota is, the bar back in Minnesota, they can't buy the tickets in the playoffs either. Like, what are we doing here, Smitty?
The only thing I will say, I guess the difference is we're so close, like geographically.
Thank you, Ev.
We're like Minnesota.
They don't have to
Minnesota
worry
and
about
the
it.
Suns,
If you're halfway
That's the
in
point.
if you're halfway in between in Jersey,
Minnesota doesn't have to worry about it.
if you're in Belmar, New Jersey, and are a Knicks fan and have an option to go to one game in the series,
You're going to Philly.
and you can go to New
course.
York and spend 3 times as much, or go
Right.
to Philly, you can go to Philly, and you probably make more than people in Philly. I'm not getting into social warfare.
I know, but Smitty, this isn't like Philly.
My-
Philly and New York have played playoffs in other sports, throughout the last 30 years, say, and I don't remember an MVP.
I don't think they have.
getting.
I don't think they
booed.
played. I don't think they played once. Maybe
Haven't
the
played
Rangers.
all?
Maybe the Rangers and Flyers played a playoff
Mets
series.
and Phillies haven't matched up.
The
No.
Mets and Phillies haven't.
They've-
The Giants and Eagles have, and then I didn't see any Giants fans at the stadium, but that's a little different situation because Jeffrey Lurie respects the fan base and will not allow that to happen. Josh Harris just allows it to happen.
Also, I mean, if you show up to a Lincoln Financial in a Giants jersey, you literally might probably
die.
get assaulted.
You might die. Classless.
Show up in a Knicks jersey, apparently you get free drinks. So I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
hey-
going to be a war tonight.
Hey, my Mavericks,
I'll blow out.
they're good. They're gonna make the Western Conference Finals, 100%.
Who
I
do
don't
they
think-
draw?
OKC.
Oh, yeah, that could
They
be.
got a good draw.
They do have a good
I'd
draw.
much rather play OKC than Minnesota or Denver.
100%, and they match up great with OKC.
OKC is.
I think
they're
they
vibing, though.
definitely.
They're
can win.
great. They're
Vibing.
good. Like it's not gonna be easy, but like obviously that's who you'd rather play out of the two. And the Mavericks are like Kyrie had some really nice plays last night, but he didn't play his best, and Luka was unbelievable. And also
Luke.
Derek Lively, he's perfect for that team. His shooting percentage this year, because it's all dunks, is just 75%. 75% shooting percentage in 55 games. Like it's obviously all layups and dunks, but like that's what he does. They get the ball to him, he goes up. This Mavs team, I was so right about. I fucking love it. Even though I'm only getting a $20 profit and a cash out right now, I wish I could get a little more, but still.
Yeah. What?
I mean, they got some good role guys. Like him, Gafford. They crashed the glass.
Yeah, Hardaway Jr.
They've done
hasn't even
a
played.
good job there this year. Even like PJ Washington at the deadline. It's like
He's
Derrick
great.
Jones.
He's great defensively.
They've done the Mavs have done probably the most sneaky good job of building the parts around the engine, if you will.
And Kyrie is being just
Normal.
Is playing normal.
He's being an asshole.
No, I mean some of the one he had a crazy one last night, but the one 2 games ago was
It's
truly
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you got for picks, Ev? You have your pick 6 coming. We'll release that set officially, but what do you have in terms of the card?
Yeah, I like the Rockies today in baseball, plus 140. Just fading the Marlins. I mean, obviously they're both bad, but Marlins is the fact that the Marlins are minus 170
Yeah,
is just crazy. That's almost like a principal fade. I do like the Cubs today. And I'm also in basketball. Obviously, I'm going to ride with the Knicks. Have to ride with the Knicks +3. And I'm going to take a shot at the Bucks here. I'm going to take the Bucks in. I know they're obviously going on the road, the huge game, but built a little momentum. Big game 5 without Giannis and Lillard. So yeah, give me the Bucks. Give both dogs tonight in the NBA.
Marty.
Yankees. Rodon's been pitching great. Cubs. I mean, first of all, everyone talked about Yamamoto coming in like $300 million. He's going to be the best. Shota is he has a .7 ERA. And it's just because he's 30, I guess, is why he didn't get that much money.
He also didn't have the same, resume as Yamamoto does. And Yamamoto, by the way, is pitching pretty well, but Shota is incredible.
.7?
Incredible.
7 innings last night, no runs.
And obviously the ERA, but just dominant.
The Cubs are a fun team to watch. I love.
They really are.
So I'm going Cubs as well. I'm going Rockies too. I saw the Marlins -170. That is just disgusting. Also, like Edward Cabrera's pitching. It's not like they have Alcantara coming out of nowhere. What?
Go. And then
You got Marlins takes coming out of you?
I have Cabrera takes.
All right. He's got a 5.3 ERA, but I have the 76ers -2.5, and I got Bucks +8.5.
Jeez. Smitty.
Yeah, we're on the Marlins. Edward Cabrera, he's been roughed up the last 2 starts, but he has the stuff to come in and be a lockdown pitcher, and I think he absolutely shoves it down the Rockies' dick today. So we have Edward Cabrera over 6.5 strikeouts. We have a parlay. If you take on DraftKings, Rockies under half a run in the first inning, and Marlins money line, you get that down to I think 110 -120. So that's what it is. Red Sox Giants, no runs first inning, and then we got Sixers -3, and it's a Scott Foster game. Meek's gonna love it when Embiid flails his arms every time. He's gonna get called for 1,000,001 fouls. Embiid over points.
I just need to say something. Jenks and Frank just walked out. Jenks did the sign of the cross when he left.
Can I interject?
He literally went like this and went leaving.
I was trying to get Frank. You might hear Frank talk about the Queen's Crew and how they'll be down. It's the Queen's Crew, blah, blah. I want to show the viewers what the Queen's Crew is. This, imagine the Mets blowing a 2-0 lead, and this is what Frank sees. This is why Frank loses his mind. It is so goddamn funny.
I hate the Queen's Crew as well. It's infuriating.
I love it.
And the guy,
you hate giving women opportunities.
It's not just women. No.
There's women in there too.
It's half women, half men in the Queen's Crew. First off, secondly, the guy that introduces the Queen's Crew is so enthusiastic, but it's just to an insane degree. It's almost like a maniac.
That's amazing.
You think he's introducing Taylor Swift?
Bro.
It's insane, and it's infuriating to watch. I'm with Frank.
I love it.
It's so
Queen's Crew is probably one of my favorite crews out there. Good for them.
Brutal. I'm gonna take the Rockies, and I'll cook something up with the Knicks later on tonight. I've been pretty good with the guys' threes. I just keep putting in a Hartenstein or whatever, so I might cut it down. I might just go threes because that was the only one I've hit so far. Clement, what do you got?
I was very frustrated last night. I went 3-1 my picks. I thought I was going to beat everybody in the show, and then Marty went 5-1. So I was pissed off at Marty. But I only 2 picks today. I don't like this baseball slate at all. Pick of the day is over 9, Guardians, Astros. Logan Allen, Meek will like this one. He is much worse at night, over 2 runs ahead. And then in ERA, I think it's a 4.6 at night and 2.8 during the day. And Spencer Arrighetti's pitching for the Astros. He's terrible. And then I'm on the Sixers, -3. I think the Sixers win this one.
I have one last thing to say. Stephen A. Smith is the biggest moron I've ever heard. He doesn't watch any sports. I've completely now turned on him. Him saying that he doesn't understand how baseball players get hurt is the stupidest thing in the entire world. Did Aaron Rodgers get hurt playing football, or did he non-contact get hurt? That's what happens. Non-contact sports, you can still get hurt. And you play 150 games in a season, you're probably going to get hurt.
You know what Stephen A. Smith's job is?
What?
Be fake and
no, that's the he makes shit up.
He's not real.
He's not. That's not a planned thing to him, in my opinion. I know there is things where he's like.
There are a lot of guys who plan it. Yeah.
I don't think. I think he's just literally thinks this. I actually believe that he thinks that. I can't believe Mike Trout is hurt. That's a different conversation. Mike Trout getting hurt a lot. 100%. That we can talk about.
I think I got it yesterday. Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't watch Mike Trout, but he has to report on Mike Trout's
Yes.
injuries. So he probably has to report on Mike Trout's injuries all the time. He's like, I'm fucking sick and tired of talking about Mike Trout's injuries.
Yes, and he was also like, I understand when they get hit by the ball. That's how they get hurt. That's like probably the least amount of times
Yeah.
they get hurt.
Alonzo got drilled in the elbow. He had the big elbow guard yesterday.
Yeah.
So that is the least. Dukes, you got a pick before we wrap it up?
Nah.
What do you think? Go 7?
Knicks?
Yeah.
The way, yeah. Only knowing people's personal schedules, 7.
Oh, dude, Scott Foster, the way last game ended, my kid's 3-year-old birthday party on Saturday. I've been planning for Mike. Like, obviously, it's going
I gotta
7.
be honest, responsibly might put one of my bigger bets.
Like,
Just
Sixers-
because of Smitty's life.
Sixers
On
lose in
7.
7. Sixers lose.
Yeah,
Sixers,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's the thing. That's the thing. That is why I get so angry at this organization, because they're gonna fight back. They're gonna ruin my fucking kid's 3rd birthday party, and then they're gonna lose.
Sixers will be winning.
7.
Sixers will be
So
winning.
fucked up.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Sixers will be
So
winning in the
fucked up.
3rd quarter in the game.
Oh,
7.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
they're gonna have a meltdown in the 3rd quarter, and they're gonna lose by 4.
Crazy. Every year. They
You guys getting into an argument over like who's get like Evan because like nah it's over in 7, it's going 7, we're gonna lose in 7, and you being like no. I have my 3-year-old's birthday party I've been planning for months. The whole family's coming to town. We're losing on 7. I was like yep, Smitty won that one. They're losing to 7.
100%.
Crazy. It's crazy. But all right, that's Pick Central. Go check out the Unnamed show. Probably kicking off right about now. We're